Should I repeat the
हाँ
question?
हाँ थोड़ा जोर से हाँ उनको सुना ही नहीं दिया सवाल पूछ रहे हैं ये लोग पूछिए सर
What is it about Gurudutt's films that continues to appeal to you and to today's generation?
For me, I don't know, it's very difficult to articulate. In the sense, Pyasa was that film that introduced me to Gurudutt.
Right.
And the impact of it has been so much. The images of it haunt me till date. And taking a cue from one song from the film, I made an entire movie, Gulal.
Which song was that?
ये महलों ये तख्तों ये ताजों की दुनिया दुनिया अगर मिल भी that song became the basis for an entire movie Gulal that I made and I used those two lines with variants in the film so it's very difficult for me to articulate and then I was introduced to Sahib Bibi or Ghulam
Right.
and all these I did not know the lighter side of Gurudutt till I saw Mr. and Mrs. 55. That came, actually, that was one of the last films of his that I saw.
Okay.
And that, I think, for me, one thing that stayed with me, set him apart from other filmmakers at that time, you know, because a lot of filmmakers, and I saw Gurudutt's movies after I moved to Bombay, after I came into the industry, after I made the choice to move into
So
the
late?
industry. So late, barring Chaudhary Ka Chand. My mother loved Chaudhary Ka Chand, so we would have repeat viewings on VCR of Chaudhary Ka Chand, right? But after coming here, and the thing that surprised me the most, because when I came to the industry, most of the authors wrote in Urdu. Most of the dialogue writers wrote in Urdu. And I came from Banaras without much baggage of cinema, and I was like, why don't they use spoken language? And when I saw Gurudutt's movies, I realized Abrar Alvi and him, they were the first filmmakers who actually used a language that people spoke in.
Absolutely.
And that was a very big surprise for me. That was a very big surprise for me because it was black and white movies. They were black and white movies. They were done much before what the filmmakers were doing in 93, 94. And even that time, I remember I worked as an assistant with a pair of authors who would not even, they could not even read in any other language, and they read Urdu and they wrote in Urdu. And I was trying to assist them, and we could not work together because I did not know the language. And I've always, like I've read Ibn Safi and all, but all translated, never in Urdu. So for me, that was one thing that kind of strengthened me when I started writing.
Okay.
And those images, the way Gurudutt played with light and the mood and the emotions and things, I'm saying if you, yes, when we talk about the movie and the entire impact of the movie.
But there was a lot of V.K. Murthy in that also.
No? No, his language was very, it was so unlike other filmmakers that for the first time I was curious to know who shot this film, who wrote these dialogues. No other film did that to me before that, before Pyasa. When I saw Pyasa, I wanted to know who's the cinematographer of the film, who's the one who wrote the film, who's done these songs, who wrote these songs. And that I have never paid attention to watching movies before 1993.
And after?
After that, I only noticed that. I don't notice who's the actor.
What about you, Farhan?
Well, for me, firstly to start with, one similarity that I do share with Anurag is my introduction to him was through Pyasa.
Okay.
And I thank my mother profusely.
Slightly differ from, I greatly agree with what Farhan said about the character being affected. And if you're affected, there's something wrong with you. Well, and the thing is that failure, we're talking about failure. Now, I think I get affected by failure.
You do?
Absolutely. Every day. I fail every day. I hugely get affected by failure. First of all, most of that failure is defined by my own standards. So that happens when I see my films. Secondly, what happens is that the kind of films that I make by nature, they really don't set the box office on fire. So on a Friday, on a Saturday, on a Sunday, and as you're growing, you're always naive. There is always a degree of naivety in you, compared to what you will be 10 years from now. So even now in my early 40s, I'm a little more innocent than I will be 10 years from now. So even when my film comes, and I have this thing, yaar, 25 crore ho jaye is film ke, maza aa jayega. So all those things happen, and when that doesn't happen, and when it's 22 crores or something like that, there is a sadness that you carry inside.
There are two things you
I
said.
get affected.
No, there are two things.
I'm talking
I
about.
have to.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You talked of two failures.
I consider.
One is a failure of
Absolutely.
an artist, which is a failure.
I fail on both, Vinodji.
But no, on the other front, who decides that failure?
No, मैं खुद
So you let the
creative
outside
failure तो मैं
world
खुद
decide
decide
your
करता हूँ.
failure.
That's what I'm saying. एक तो मैं creatively fail हो गया.
Don't call me G. Then I look
अच्छा.
older. Vinod.
Okay. I look at a film, I have failed creatively. Okay? Financially, it's done middling business, I have failed commercially. Okay? I get affected. The answer to this question is that you get affected, you lie low for some time, you lick your wounds, and you depend on a very, very thick hide to come back. I use that because I do get affected. ऐसा नहीं होता कि कोई film मेरी खराब हो तो मेरे को अच्छा नहीं
There are
लगता.
two things. Munna Bhai MBBS released on the day, empty theatres, totally empty. Nobody went to see that film. Munna Bhai MBBS, the film release, ready film was shown to distributors. Ready film, including Ronnie Screwvala, who wrote me a corporate letter, did not buy the letter. Movie, okay? He went, bought LOC. I'll tell you the amazing story. There was a guy called Mohammed Bhai, who will, I hope he sees this on TV. He had paid me 11 lakhs for South India. 5 lakh he had given, he saw Munna Bhai MBBS, रोते रोते गया, मेरे एग्जीक्यूटिव प्रोड्यूसर को बोलता है मैं नहीं लूंगा. तो मुझे फोन आया, मैंने कहा 5 लाख में दे दो. उसने कहा सर 5 में भी नहीं दूंगा. मैंने कहा तू फ्री में ले ले, पैसे कमाएगा तुमको दे देना. उसने कहा नहीं, 5 भी आप अगली फिल्म के लिए रख लो. I released the film in south of India. I did a business of 1 crore 67 lakh. Okay? Now, on Friday I had failed. Raju, now they call him Rajkumar Hirani. Raju was crying. I gave him 11,000. I said, this is for the next one. I asked how much money we have in the bank. I had still 3-4 crores. I said, make one more. This one is gone, so there is no money, but make one more. Till we have money, you make. So on Friday, MBBS was a failure. The director was crying. Saturday people went, Sunday it was full, then it became Munna Bhai MBBS. Now, have we failed? Did we fail that day? No. For me on Friday also I had succeeded because I had made a great film. But I was a failure.
But we know
The director was
people-
crying. So
but we
who's
know-
a failure? My point is this, there are two failures. One is artistically you fail. I make a shit film. I made Kareeb for my wife Anupama, but it was a crappy film. So I'm very sorry I failed as an artist. Okay? But otherwise, the other failure is ridiculous. You know, Kagaz Ke Phool, today we are sitting here, that day it had failed. So for me, commercial success, and why I'm saying this to you guys and to you particularly, it should not affect you.
But we know you may run out of funds to make the movies. If you keep making flops, commercial flops, I'm not saying creative.
That should still not depress you. If you made a great film that has not worked,
Sorry if I
should
may.
lick your wound.
There's another lesson to be learned in this. Anupama, love cannot be expressed in words. And happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Anu. Happy birthday. Let's all sing happy birthday to Anu. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Anupama. Happy birthday to you.
3rd April, 3rd April. 3rd April.
But,
You know, I've seen the trailer of your film. It's outstanding. I called you. If the film is as good, if it doesn't work, okay, come to me. I will give you 10 times the money to make one more because I got a lot of money.
but it's not that. Our movies somehow, like most of the movies, 90% of the movies we make, from filmmakers, it's also a business. We've largely become a bunch of caterers. See,
Caterers.
yeah. We started catering to the audience. This is what audience wants. It's also, it's like our marketing has started to govern our movie making in many ways. You know, marketing starts to decide that this is how the film should be, how to sell it, how this, that.
Or is this kind of
With
language
times it
more
has
real?
changed. No, in those times, there are still filmmakers.